The King of Snakes is back, guys, and we have an exciting one card combo for you. Well, technically it's 1.5 because we still need one card to pay for cost, but you know what? It could be either another snake range, so it doesn't really matter. And I know we said that we were waiting for like 2,000 subscribers, but this combo was just so awesome that I was super excited to do this video. So let's get into it. So we're going to activate Snake Rain, and then we're going to go and send the Night Sword Serpent, the Curse, and also Naya Nunu. Now, Night Sword Serpent is going to trigger Special Summon. Then we're going to use Curse to tribute it to Special Summon the Naya. Naya is now going to trigger to add. And then make sure to hit that subscribe, guys, because one small click for you is the world to me. And then we're going to activate Nunu. That's going to go and trigger to Special Summon himself. Now we're going to make King of the Pharaoh M, and we're going to use its effect to add Lamia. Now, Lamia is very important, and it is such a good card, especially now, because if this card is normal or special summon, add one level 8 reptile monster. And guess who's level 8? The new ritual. So we're going to go and summon that, and then we're going to add the first one. It doesn't matter which one you want to add first, but it's okay. Now we're going to make our Star Leader Dragon, which is very important because if you're not familiar with this, it targets one of the monster it points to. Then you special summon a monster from your hand to the other zone with the same level. And this is very key since the whole deck is all level 4s and 8s. So you could abuse this card quite a bit. So we're going to go and use our Water Lily to go with the Sanji and then trigger the Sanji to add the ritual. Now, at this point, you have two options. You can make the board with a bunch of negates, or you can make the bunch of floaters. It really depends what you play against. So in this case, we're going to show you how to make the bunch of negates. First, we're going to make a King of the Pharaoh M, and specifically in this zone. So remember that. Now we're going to go and use King of the Pharaoh M, add the Ogdoadic King. Then we're going to use the Ritual, sending the Kusanagi, and the Zoa. So Free Foolish is awesome. So we're going to add back the Ritual. Then we're going to use it. We're going to go and tribute the King from hand. Then use King's effect to tribute both to use Special Summon. Now we're going to trigger both of them, which is insane. So we're going to add the Perfection and then the Prayer. Now we have two free beaters, and then we're going to go and XYZ for champion. Yes, we have to play with the Therions because there's so many awesome combos, and trust me, check my playlist. You're going to see a lot of cool combos to do with the Therions, especially with the reptiles. So we're going to go get the field spell, and you have to play the field spell for this combo as well. So now we're going to use our Zoa's effect to go and add it. Then we're going to activate our prayer to go and special summon. So we're just losing 800. We're not adding. So we're going to go and now use the Star Leech to special summon the Zoa. Make another King of the Pharaoh M. Use its effect. Get the Empress. And this is why we have to play it, because Empress has so many use in this deck that's ridiculous. But don't forget, you can also equip it with the Regulus. So now you have a reptile that's an Omni Negate as well. So it's very vice versa. So now we're going to go and use a champion. And you have to remember to use champion's effect when you use your King of the Pharaoh M. So once that resolves, trigger it. Target your field spell and bounce it back to your hand. You need it for your cost. So now we're going to go and link summon it for our Pit Knight, which is very important. So we're going to go and summon the Empress, and we're targeting Zora. And the reason why we target Zora is because Zora does not care where on the field it is sent to the graveyard, as long as it was on the field. So it still triggers if you have it as a spell or trap card, which is very important because now we're going to link and make our IP, and now Zora is going to trigger. So we're going to go and add the Queen, and then we're going to go and send it. Our opponent's going to draw a card and send, which is going to go and trigger our King. Now when King triggers, you have to chain the trap. So we're going to go and banish this, spell summon the Queen, and then tribute. And then if they send a monster, it's going to trigger our Queen, and Queen is going to spell summon a level 8. So it doesn't matter which level 8, it could also be cursed. And then we're going to go and overlay once again for a Titan Galaxy. And we're not done yet, because now we have to go and summon the Regulus. So now we're going to go and equip it with the Empress. It gets Empress effect to discard to spell summon the Therion. So now we do so. And then we're going to make a Lancelot. And there you have it. So we have already like 5 interruptions off the bat. We have tons of follow up for our next turn, so we are all set. But what happens if this isn't your ideal end board and you want to stick with just the reptiles and floaters? Well, let's show you that right now. So same starting play, but definitely different outcome. So we're going to make the floaters and dealing with more of reptiles. So first thing is make King of the Pharaoh Imp specifically in the middle zone. This is very key and crucial for the combo. So then we're going to go and use King of the Pharaoh Imp. Add cult, okay? So we're doing a different add. Now it doesn't have to be cult. It could also be the Ragnarok to special summon. It just needs to be a level 4 reptile that you can special summon for free. So now we're going to go and use the ritual to send the Zora and the Kusanagi. So then we could trigger Kusanagi to add the ritual. Then we're going to use it to tribute the Mitsurugi ritual. And then we're going to trigger that effect to get prayers, which is awesome. So now we're going to re-special summon him, which is good. Activate prayers. We're going to tribute the King of the Pharaoh Imp, and then we're going to go and special summon the Sanji, and then we're going to use Zora to add to her hand. So now we're going to use the dragon to special summon the Zora, and then now we're going to use Cult to special summon himself since we control a dark reptile. We're going to make another King of the Pharaoh Imp to go and add the Naya to send the king, okay? So now we're going to go and use King's effect to tribute those two, and then we're going to trigger the ritual and the Zora. So Zora is going to add a queen and then send it, and then we're going to go and add the trap, and our opponent is going to draw and send, which is going to trigger the king. So king is going to now hand loop a card. Then we're going to go and tribute the two leftovers over there for queen to special summon, and then we're going to set the trap, and that's it. So off the bat, we already hand loop our opponent for one. We have two monsters that special summons on our opponent's turn, so we can spam quite a bit. We have already two hand loops. We also have a card that adds from a deck or graveyard to hand. We have queen that could send a card from opponent's field to the graveyard. We have a trap that's a negate, and the reason why this play is so good is because one of these could special summon the Zoa and hand loops again. The other one could actually spell summon the Overlord. So as soon as you summon the Zora, it's going to trigger, get the Overlord, send the Overlord, and now you have two beaters that are board wipes. So this is ridiculous, and you could just spam. And why you want to do like a play like this is that if you're usually like doing like game 2 or 3 and your opponent's going second and he is citing quite a bit of board wiping, this is something that could definitely protect you. It's something that could deal with Dark Ruler no more. So it just guarantees that you're going to have an extra turn, and that's all way it's like really providing. But it's definitely not a bad combo to do. If you guys like it, definitely hit that like and subscribe. If you guys want to see more replays and Ogdoadic and Mitsurugi combo, definitely comment down below, because I am definitely planning of doing a lot more modern games, and especially for, I would say, like our third video that we're going to do daily is going to be modern. So I'm looking forward to get back into it, but definitely need your support. So definitely hit that subscribe. Till next time, guys, I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear Channel.